I didn't want to tell this story, but per her request, she wanted me to tell it. Brace yourself. This is a hard one. Young lady reached out to me and she said, Joe, can I tell you my story? I want you to share it with me. Share it with your people. I said, yeah. She said, I was diagnosed with cancer. I said, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. She said, no, but let me take you back. She had an amazing man who was building together in our 20s. He just wanted a child. He put me through school or helped me through school. And I told him, just let me get my bachelor's degree and get my footing and we can start our family. Then it was, let me get my master's degree and then we'll start our family. I kept putting it all. Let me get in this career. Let me get a certain place in my career and then we'll start our family. And she said, Joe, I grind, man. And that man waited for me. He was a good man. Never cheated on me. Good provider. He wasn't a college man. He didn't never go to college, but he was a good dude. A couple of years went by. He was like, okay, I want to have a child. She said, I don't want any kids right now. You got to make more money. You got to make this. You have to do this and do that. And he was like, I'm good where I'm at. So then she told him, you're not on my level. I want a divorce. I need a man on my level. She got a divorce. She went out there and had her hot girl summer. She said, girl was like, girl, go find your man on your level. He wasn't on your level. It's funny how your girlfriends will always co-sign your bad behavior. And it's funny how your boys will always co-sign your bad behavior. They'll always steer you in the direction of destruction. I never trust people like that. But she went out there and did it anyway. She said, Joe, I was with this man, that girl, that man. I was doing me, I'm making 6 figures. I'm out here, I took the pill, the pink pill, you know the one. Just like men take the red pill, she took the pink pill. And she said one day she was feeling a certain way and she blew it off. She went to a routine mammogram and they found the lump. She had breast cancer. And it hit her. She said she was so much in shock that she thought she was still married. Because she was like, okay, I'm going to go home. My husband's going to do this. It didn't dawn on her until she walked into her home that she was alone. So she said the man she had at the time, she told him, he was like, babe, we're going to do this. We're going to beat this. So they started treatment. She said 2 treatments in, that joker was gone, Joe. He was like, I can't handle this, Said she started getting sick and, she getting weak and she couldn't do certain things. And I asked the question, I said, what happened to your girlfriends? Your girlfriend, she said they fell off. It's funny how reality set in and all this stuff that people say in front of everybody, they don't do it. So she said, because I wasn't having mimosas and lunch and brunching on the weekends anymore. I was sleeping in the bed. I was in treatment. She said, I was so weak, Joe, I had to hire someone to put a bed in my living room to help me. I had a bucket to do my business in because I couldn't make it to the freaking toilet. He said, then I got the news that my ex-husband was getting married, had a baby on the way with a career woman. She said, Joe, I never felt so betrayed in my life. She said, everybody told me, oh, don't choose no man. You don't need no man. Always choose your career. Always do this. And they don't tell you that you can do it all. And this woman showed me she could. She had a career. She had a husband who I know is a good man. And Joe, said so many lies about that man. And he still offered to help. And I felt bad. And she said, I felt so betrayed by society and the world because they don't tell you as a woman that you can have it all, that not every man is the same. That sometimes, you got to look deeper. And I didn't. I was so consumed with materialistic things. Now I got this big house. I don't have no children, Joe. And she said, it gets worse. And I'm like, I'm looking at the phone like, it can get worse than this. And she said, the doctor told me they got to do a total hysterectomy. And I'm not a woman, so I don't know what that means. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. She said, Joe, every hope that I had to give a man at least a child was gone within one phone call. They don't tell you this, man. They don't tell you. They tell you all the fun stuff and everything to get you in the door to stupid city. But they don't tell you when you get in there, there's some bad stuff that can possibly happen. And that goes for men too. Because it's that good woman and it's that good man that's going to be there to help you through those times when something happens, just in case. See, marriage is not about money and cars and all this other stuff. It's about when the chips are down and when just in case you have built up enough equity and relationship equity that you can help each other. That's what it's about. All the other stuff is fluff. Because if you die, they're going to sell your home. We live in America. They sell your home and some other family will live in it. You will cease to exist. You die. Someone gives away your clothes to the Goodwill. That's what happens. So I ask you, the hot girl summer worth it? Is your attitude and your need to be right, your anger, your position, your disposition on life? Is your being a player, having a bunch of women worth it? Because let me tell you a story about my homeboy, just in case you may think differently about men. My buddy died alone, player from the Himalayas, been a player all his life, died alone. And because he didn't take care of his children, there was no one there. They found him in his apartment. And his mother, and because his mother and his father is older and he wasn't calling like he's supposed to, they thought nothing of it. Until his mother got that phone call and says, hey, you Mrs. Williams. Mrs. Williams said, yes, we regret to inform you that we found your son. He was stinking up the apartment.